What is this bizarre thing that I have here on my bench today? This is one of the older style conversion kits that we did back almost 15 years ago that would allow you to run waste vegetable oil in your old Mercedes diesel. And we stopped making these kits, I think probably 10, 12 years ago, because the interest kind of died down and it was a fad for a while. We had a lot of fun. We ran a lot of miles running vegetable oil through these old Mercedes diesel engines and learned a lot along the way. And recently we've got all kinds of people emailing us, hey, you got any kits? You still sell veggie kits? You can, well, obviously, if you go down and look at the price of fuel right now, you definitely would want to consider running free vegetable oil if you could get it. But what I'm going to do over the next few weeks is I'm pulling out a bunch of these old kits that I've taken off cars. You can see this one's got dried veggie oil on it, and this stuff gets really messy if you let it dry up on some component. But I thought I'd just pull these out and kind of show you some of the things we did back in the day and how we dealt with some problems. You know, there's obviously you have a problem with vegetable oil because it's thick. You have a problem with vegetable oil because there's glycerin in it, and when it dries, it gets like glue, okay? So you don't want that happening down in your fuel injectors or your fuel system. So how do you prevent that? This was called the STC, single tank conversion. We were running single tank conversions on these old diesels, not putting two tanks in. A lot of people would put two tanks in. You have a diesel, you have veggie, and you'd switch back and forth. And this is what it looked like. You'd mount it up behind the left side headlight, and this is the filter assembly. This is the valve assembly to go from loop back to direct return to your fuel tank. I mounted a fuse panel which would run other components. A lot of times I would put a fuel pump in the back end of the car. I found this is one of the best things you could do when running straight vegetable oil is get a fuel pump back at the tank to help push that stuff up to the engine rather than just relying on the lift pump in the engine compartment. So this fuse panel could run a number of different components. And then this is the heater. This is called a veg therm. This heats up, and so the fuel flowing through here gets quite hot as it's delivered to your injection pump. You know, we went through a couple of different evolutions of this. I'm not going to try to explain how to install this in a car. I just want to show you some of the things we did. If there's enough interest, I may reprint a bunch of my installation manuals, and people can have the manuals so they can kind of, you know, work through, interpolate, and make their own systems. But I want to tell you about the filter that we settled on, because we looked at a lot of different filters. This is a Standardine filter, and watch this. If you want to change the filter, this just sits in the car like this in the engine compartment. If you wanted to change the filter in my system, you just lift it out like this. Well, this ring holds the filter on like that. Look at how quick you can change the Standardine filter. You just pull the ring off, and then you can put a new filter on it and put it right back into the can like that. So you can quickly change a filter right out on the open road. And I'm sure some of you are saying, well, Kent, why do you have a can here? Well, let me show you. You pull this out, I'm going to have you look down inside, and you can see a copper coil heater down in here. This is a coolant heater and a coil that will warm the fuel when the filter is sitting in the housing there. This is connected to your coolant hoses up by the firewall, circulates hot coolant through the coil, and heats the vegetable in the filters. I believe that heating the fuel while it's being filtered improves filtration, and of course you have to have some way to heat the oil before it's delivered into the injection pump. Now later on what we did is we made a change, because this little valve here is electric, and of course if it fails then you got a problem. So we went to a different style valve. Let me show you and I'll explain why. I do think that many viewers would be very curious about this three-way valve. You have fuel coming in, and if you switch it, fuel goes this way or fuel goes that way or whatever, however it's set up. And the reason that you need a switching valve on these single tank systems. Now, of course, if you have a dual tank system, you want a valve that can switch between diesel and vegetable oil. But on a single tank system where you're putting the vegetable right in the main tank, you need a valve that can switch between standard return fuel and looped fuel. I'll try to explain this. When you're running on vegetable oil, you do not want to run it back to the tank, because if you're running on diesel, the system is set up so any excess fuel just goes right back to the tank. Well, if you have to send the veggie oil all the way back to the tank, it has to all come up again, it cools down. So you put it in loop mode, and what it does, instead of sending the return fuel back to the tank, let's say this is the one that goes to the tank, you hit the switch and you send the fuel right back into the intake of the heater. See where that's T'd right there? So you'll need a T-fitting. You'll need a way to plug off your fuel filter so you don't have excess veggie running directly into the top of the fuel filter. So after a couple years, we decided, well, since you only switch between vegetable direct to tank and vegetable loop once in a while, like when you decide you're going to run diesel, we decided to come up with a manual valve. More robust and more reliable. So this valve is put in the system so you can turn the lever one way. It's going to send return fuel back to the fuel tank, which is what you'll do if you were running diesel fuel. Then, when you're running vegetable oil, you want to loop it. You want to loop it right back into the injection pump, so you'll turn it the other way. So that's the basic reason why most of our kits include a manual valve instead of an electric solenoid valve like you see here. So I don't know where we're going to go with this. There's quite a bit of interest out there, renewed interest in getting systems that can allow you to run waste vegetable oil in your old Mercedes. It is really the best engine, I think, anywhere that can handle doing this. I mean, we've had experience running these engines over 300,000 miles on vegetable oil, and maybe if there's interest, I'll get into more in the way of theory and even talk about some of the problems you might run into. But if you're interested in possibly getting some components to build your own kit or getting some instructions, let me know and leave your comments below in this video, because that'll help me determine whether or not I should move forward with this project.